one. It's Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
C.J. Uzomah.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
At the 7-yard line. First and goal, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
To second and goal.
Burrow will throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 91 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Bengals, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
It's on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it.
Darius Phillips on the return.
So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Returning it, Justice Hill. And spins away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now a play fake here on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Brown with his stick skills. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Jackson's going to look to run it. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line. Now
it's Burrow. Green's got it over the middle. Yard line.
To A.J. Green.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The quick feet by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
On second down, it's Ingram. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
The extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Now Burrow loses the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll come out in the pistol.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jihad Ward able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
3rd and 15.
So we've come to halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
35. Bengals.
The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Returning it, Hill. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their
The
own
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 82 yards. And the Ravens add on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Bengals 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Derek Wolfe in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Burrow. Open Danis Ross complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14, but it's now 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Fielded just inside the 20.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that's...
There he goes right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 67 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Burrow on the keeper.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. And just shutting him off there. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of...
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he'll
get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Bernard, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. A second broken tackle. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Steps away. He'll try and run it. And some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to. There goes Mark Ingram. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going?
Now Burrow loses the football.
Lamar Jackson.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble. You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He won't go down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Fighting through. Just bowling over tacklers. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Trying to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother
preserve.
did the same. It smelled terrible. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. On the screen, Bernard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And his pass incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
That keeps the score. Ravens 6.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 34 yards there and a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.